6 Hidden Psychological Truths About Oral Intimacy. Title suggestion: 6 Psychological Facts You Never Knew About Oral Sex, Human Behavior, and Intimacy. Explained: script oral intimacy is often seen as a private or even taboo topic, yet it plays a major role in emotional bonding and human behavior. Beyond physical pleasure, it's deeply tied to trust, vulnerability, and connection between partners. Here are 6 powerful psychological insights about oral intimacy that reveal its deeper meaning. It's built on trust, not just pleasure. Oral intimacy involves vulnerability. Both giving and receiving require emotional safety. Psychologists say people often feel closer to partners who engage in this act with respect and mutual comfort. It's not just a sexual moment, it's a symbol of emotional openness and trust. Cultural beliefs shape how we feel about it. Across different societies, oral sex is viewed in diverse ways, from normal to taboo. In conservative cultures, guilt or shame can prevent people from enjoying or even discussing it. But breaking these mental barriers through education and healthy communication leads to more fulfilling, shame-free experiences. It's a language beyond words. Oral intimacy can express affection, reassurance, and desire without speaking. Relationship experts often call it a form of non-verbal communication, a way to say "I care" or "I desire you" physically. For many long-term couples, it becomes a comforting act of connection. Body image strongly affects comfort. How someone feels about their own body, especially their genitals, can shape their experience. Insecurities, often caused by unrealistic media or past criticism, can create anxiety. Building a positive self-image and open communication helps create comfort and pleasure for both partners. Performance. Pressure can block enjoyment. Many people feel nervous about doing it right, which leads to overthinking rather than enjoying the moment. Experts recommend focusing less on technique and more on emotional connection. Presence and authenticity matter more than performance. It's more than just foreplay. Contrary to common belief, oral sex isn't just a prelude. It can be an intimate act of its own. For some, it's even more emotionally satisfying than penetration. Recognizing it as a valid form of intimacy encourages mutual respect and deeper satisfaction in relationships. Conclusion: oral intimacy goes far beyond physical pleasure. It reflects trust, vulnerability, and emotional closeness. When approached with respect and understanding, it can strengthen relationships and promote healthier, shame-free intimacy built on genuine connection. Part 2. The deeper psychology of oral intimacy. What it reveals about human connection. Oral intimacy isn't just about what happens physically. It's about what's happening mentally and emotionally. The mind and body work together, and every intimate act carries hidden messages about how we love, trust, and connect. It reflects emotional maturity. People who approach oral intimacy with care, patience, and understanding often show higher emotional intelligence. They recognize that true intimacy isn't about control or performance. It's about creating a safe, comfortable experience for both partners. This maturity strengthens the emotional foundation of a relationship. It can reduce relationship anxiety. When partners engage in intimate acts openly and without shame, it builds reassurance and reduces insecurity. The exchange of pleasure and vulnerability sends a silent message. "You're safe with me." That feeling of acceptance can ease emotional stress and deepen trust over time. It reveals compatibility and empathy. Psychologists note that sexual communication, including oral intimacy, often shows how well two people understand each other's needs. Those who listen, respond, and respect boundaries demonstrate high empathy. When both partners feel heard and valued, physical connection transforms into emotional harmony. Past experiences shape present comfort. A person's comfort level with oral intimacy can be influenced by their upbringing, cultural background, or previous relationships. Negative comments, shame, or trauma can lead to discomfort or hesitation. Healing starts with open communication, gentle reassurance, and self-acceptance, allowing intimacy to feel safe again. It strengthens emotional bonding through oxytocin. During oral intimacy, the brain releases oxytocin, often called the bonding hormone. This chemical promotes affection, trust, and relaxation. That's why couples often feel more emotionally connected after such moments. It's not just psychological, it's biological. 6. Mutual respect enhances satisfaction. True satisfaction in intimacy isn't measured by duration or technique, but by the level of respect between partners. When both feel equally valued and free to express themselves, the experience becomes emotionally rewarding and fulfilling on a much deeper level. Conclusion. At its core, oral intimacy reflects human psychology, how we give, receive, trust, and connect. It's a mirror of emotional vulnerability, communication, and empathy. When approached with respect and openness, it becomes not just an act of pleasure, but a powerful expression of emotional love and connection. Part 3. The hidden psychological benefits and myths about oral intimacy. Oral intimacy isn't just a physical act, it's an emotional experience that reflects how humans connect, trust, and express love. Yet despite its deep meaning, it's surrounded by myths, insecurities, and cultural taboos. Let's uncover the psychological truths and benefits behind it. It can boost emotional confidence. When intimacy happens in a space of trust and mutual respect, it can enhance body confidence and emotional self-worth. Feeling desired and accepted by a partner creates a strong sense of validation, reminding individuals that they're valued beyond appearance or performance. It strengthens communication and honesty. Healthy intimacy thrives on open conversation. Discussing boundaries, preferences, or discomfort builds communication skills that extend beyond the bedroom. Couples who talk openly about such topics often experience stronger emotional understanding and long-term stability. It helps dissolve shame and body-related anxiety. For many people, guilt or insecurity can overshadow intimacy, but when approached with patience and compassion, oral intimacy helps individuals feel comfortable in their own skin. It becomes a step toward healing from negative conditioning, turning vulnerability into empowerment. It challenges myths about dominance and submission. Contrary to outdated beliefs, oral intimacy isn't about control or hierarchy. It's about giving and receiving pleasure equally. Modern psychology views it as an act of empathy, where both partners experience emotional closeness through mutual respect, not power dynamics. It deepens emotional connection through mindfulness. Being fully present, focusing on sensations, breathing, and emotional feedback, makes intimacy mindful and meaningful. Psychologists say mindfulness during intimacy reduces stress, increases satisfaction, and strengthens the emotional bond between partners. It creates a feedback loop of trust. Every positive experience of mutual pleasure reinforces emotional trust. When both partners feel safe, understood, and respected, it builds confidence for future intimacy, creating a healthy cycle of closeness and comfort. Myths often block emotional freedom. Cultural or religious taboos sometimes paint oral intimacy as inappropriate, which can lead to unnecessary guilt. In reality, when practiced consensually and respectfully, it's a natural expression of affection and love. Replacing myths with education promotes healthier, more honest relationships. Conclusion: oral intimacy carries deep emotional and psychological meaning. It teaches us about empathy, communication, and vulnerability, qualities that build stronger, more connected relationships. When partners understand and respect each other's comfort and emotions, intimacy transforms from a mere act into a shared language of love, safety, and human connection. Part 4. The Science of Attraction: What Happens in the Brain. During oral intimacy, intimacy isn't just an act of physical closeness. It's a neuroscientific and emotional experience that activates some of the brain's deepest reward centers. Every touch, taste, and response connects psychology, biology, and emotion into one powerful experience. Let's explore what science reveals about what really happens inside the mind during oral intimacy. The brain's reward system lights up. During oral intimacy, the brain releases dopamine, the same feel-good chemical linked to pleasure, motivation, and bonding. This reaction creates emotional satisfaction and reinforces the feeling of closeness, making partners crave that emotional and physical connection again. Oxytocin builds deeper trust. Oxytocin, often called the love hormone, is released during intimate acts like kissing, touching, and oral stimulation. This chemical strengthens emotional attachment and reduces fear or insecurity, allowing both partners to feel safe, calm, and connected. Stress hormones drop significantly. Scientific studies show that intimacy, including oral contact, can lower cortisol, the body's main stress hormone. This natural relaxation response can boost mood, reduce anxiety, and even improve sleep quality, showing how emotional comfort directly impacts physical well-being. The body mirrors emotional connection. When partners engage in deep intimacy, their heart rates, breathing, and even brain waves begin to synchronize, a phenomenon known as emotional mirroring. This creates a profound sense of unity, where two people feel emotionally and physically in sync.